In this scenario, my right arm is broken and I'll be having to use my left hand. In order to add funds to my MetroCard, I had to place my purse on the floor and use my left hand to retrieve the card. My recommendation would be to have the MetroCard in your pocket and not to carry a purse. This method is faster and more efficient. In order to swipe my MetroCard, I had to use my left hand, but this feels awkward because you can only slide it to the right side. The MTA turnstile should allow commuters to slide their cards on both the left and the right side. This would make it easier for everyone. Washing dishes becomes a difficult task when you have to wash with one hand and switch with the same hand to flip the plates over. Also, it makes it harder when you're wearing long sleeves and they keep falling down. This doesn't help either. The strategies that I used to make this task easier were placing the plates in the center of the sink and learning to use my non-dominant hand. My recommendations would be to use paper plates, plastic forks, spoons, and knives since it's less time consuming. Also to wear short sleeves if you decide to wash dishes, especially with one arm. When reaching for cabinets in the kitchen, utilizing a step stool makes it easier to access plates and cups, especially when you are using only one arm. This makes the task easier and gives you more balance. When trying to complete a basic ADL such as eating, I found it difficult to hold a fork in my non-dominant hand and being able to lift the fork all the way to my mouth. The strategy that I used was bending my head all the way down while lifting the fork. This became easier because I had more control of the food. My recommendations would be to purchase a hand strap that would be used for utensils, using a straw for any drinks, and a tilt top table that can be adjusted for eating. I found it difficult to open two doors with a hand that I don't use very often and having to hold a bag and a purse all together. The strategy I used was placing the bag on the floor and using my left hand to hold the door open while using my back lower left foot to hold the door and using my left arm to reach for the bag off the floor. Recommendations would be, if you know you're going shopping, try not to carry a purse or any additional items. You can have a friend or family member help you carry items after you go shopping by planning ahead. At the food festival, I had difficulty exchanging money and holding the bag filled with food. The best strategy that I could think of, being in such a busy area, was to tell the woman that worked there to hold the bag on the side before handing her the money because it might take a while digging into my purse. I would recommend to have the money in your pocket ready before coming to a crowded event like this when purchasing food because it makes it easier. I found it difficult to hold a big package of toilet paper without being able to use both arms and being able to grab other items off the shelf as well. The strategy that was most useful was using my whole arm and hands to hold the items that were really large instead of just my hands, and being able to squat down with my knees to place the items in the cart. My recommendation would be to pull the cart closer to the shelves that you are taking the items from to use less energy. Overall, it was frustrating and difficult to make purchases and to complete a task such as being able to feed myself I never knew how important it was to be able to use my left non-dominant hand before this assignment. Now for the future, I will continue to include my left hand when completing tasks along with my right.